It is my last man standing backyard ultra race day. The gun goes off in just over an hour. I'm 20 minutes from the race, so let's get going. Loop one, let's go. Well, we're off to a good start. Got lost, ran an extra K on the first lap, having to rip to make it in time. 57 minutes on the first lap, cutting it. A little close. Just hit 10K, loop two. Seem to be on track so far, route-wise, feeling good. 3 loops down, just taking a quick washroom break.
Yeah, well, both. I do try to do like a little bit better every year.
Wrapping up the 4th loop, had a handful of grapes between the last 2 loops. Feeling really good. Lap 5, did a little shoe change, changed my socks and put on the New Balance 1080s. Feeling like a new man. 7 laps down, feeling pretty good. Let's go. I'm on loop 8, just hit 50K and everything is a PR from here on out. Still feeling good. Let's go. 60K in. This is actually going to be my fastest loop yet. Definitely feeling the legs, but going for at least one more. Loop 10, 65K in. Just putting one foot in front of the other at this point. Gonna be perfectly honest, 69K in right now. I'm not having a ton of fun. I really don't feel like running anymore, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm almost done my 12th loop, which is gonna clock me in at 80K, which was my A goal going into this whole race. B goal was 70, C goal was 60. It's gonna end up being like 81 or something like that. Little bonus K in there, why not, right? All right, guys, so I wrapped up the race at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and then I basically just went straight to bed, woke up super early in the morning, and made the 5-hour drive back to Vancouver on Sunday. It's Wednesday today. I took the last 3 days off, and I averaged about 15,000 steps Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and my legs are about 90% recovered today, which is great. I'm happy about that, and I did 3 primary things to get back on track as fast as possible. The most obvious one is sleep a lot. That is a key to recovery. The second one I alluded to, which is walking. So walking gets your lymphatic fluid moving, and you are going to recover a lot faster if you move versus melt into the couch. The third thing is nutrition. I have been eating nothing but single ingredient whole foods with an emphasis on animal protein. So I did not have a treat meal. I didn't go out for pizza or donuts or whatever. And the reason is because that is going to impair recovery like crazy. Now, my body could handle an increased calorie load over the past 3 days because I burned so much energy during the race. But total calories are not the only factor in terms of recovery. Calorie quality is hugely important because of how it impacts your immune system. Now, I know that it's highly tempting after a big effort like that to want to go out and celebrate with all sorts of delicious foods. However, if recovery is your number one priority, I would recommend keeping your food really, really tight in those subsequent days after a big effort. And then after, say, 3 to 4 days, having a treat meal then, because you are going to put yourself in the best position to recover as fast as possible. Now, I've been reflecting on the race over the past 3 days, and I have 3 key takeaways. The first one is that the ultra running community is awesome. I met so many great folks. I basically just chatted with different people for the first 9 loops or 50K, and it went by like that. Once I hit about 30 miles, I started listening to some tunes and really locked in. The second thing, I mentioned that my C goal was 60K, B goal was 70K, and A goal was 80K. I hit 80K, which is awesome. But I noticed that as the race approached, 80K sounded great, but 100K sounded so much cooler. And to be perfectly honest, shortly after I tapped out of the race at 80K, I felt like part of me failed, which I know doesn't make any logical sense because I hit my goal. It's just how I felt. Now, fortunately, I've had a few days to take a step back and look at this whole experience more objectively. And I am proud of the fact that I said that my A goal was 80K and I hit that. However, I did quit. And while my legs were pretty darn cooked, If somebody had said, could you go for another loop? The answer was absolutely yes. I just straight up didn't want to. And I think that's where the inkling of failure comes in, because I feel like I didn't leave it all out there. For example, I didn't go out for a 13th loop, not make it back in time, and then DNF. I just quit. Now, I know that I hit my A goal and that's great, but I still have this lingering feeling of I know that I had more in me. And so for my next goal, I think that I'm going to implement an effort-based aspect to it so that I feel satisfied across the board. Having said that, it's not regret. Hindsight is 2020, right? I wouldn't change a thing. I'm just dissatisfied with my effort. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you can't. I'm just being honest about how I feel about the experience as a whole. Number 3 is the most exciting one. I loved this whole process, documenting this stuff for you guys. The videos held me accountable. The whole thing was super fun, and I just love having a definitive goal and purpose to move towards. And so we are not stopping. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to commit to next race-wise, but I have a few things in mind, and I'll share those details with you in the next video.